Welcome back. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. Now, the biggest story that we are tracking for you continues to remain the Lohagarh case that is of, Ketan Agarwal. It's been almost a month since businessman Ketan Agarwal was murdered, and the demand for justice is now growing louder by the day. Fresh outrage has erupted online after an alleged video of Siya Goyal's brother surfaced on social media, showing him celebrating at a wedding function in Mumbai. The visuals have sparked massive public anger, with many questioning how the accused's family can be seen celebrating while the high-profile murder investigation remains underway. Amid the mounting outrage, Ketan Agarwal's father has now written a letter to the President of India, appealing for fast-track justice and a swift closure to the case. As the one-month mark approaches, with Siya Goyal and Chetan Chaudhary still in judicial custody, the question now gripping the nation remains the same. When will the Pune police finally file their charge sheet against Siya Goyal? Well, now let's take a detailed look at how Siya allegedly hatched a plan and then killed Ketan Agarwal. Let's take you through the details of this entire case that has been emerging over the past few months, and how this is actually still not resolved, how the police are trying to in fact investigate and go forward in their probe. So let's look at how Siya allegedly killed Ketan, and remember that these are the open information that is available, and that is how we have in fact gotten you these facts for you. So the background is that Siya Goyal was engaged to Ketan Agarwal in February 2026. So in February only they finished their engagement. They were there, they conducted the entire ceremony, and the police then alleged that Siya was already in a parallel romantic relationship with Chetan Chaudhary. So there was another individual involved, allegedly called Chetan Chaudhary, and Siya Goyal was already in a romantic relationship with him. This is what the police are saying. Then they are alleging that Siya Goyal allegedly also took some money from Ketan Agarwal. He was a businessman himself, and then she funneled all that money towards the third individual, which is Chetan. And then we are also looking at digital evidence which shows extensive planning, over 2,000 calls, searches on how to kill someone. So the police are also looking at a lot of digital evidence in this case, because this happened on a fort. There were lack of CCTV cameras. So digital evidence is something that the police will be looking forward to investigate further. They've gotten to know that there were over 2,000 phone calls between the two co-accused. There were allegedly also searches on their digital footprint, which related to how to kill someone. So these are the angles that the police are trying to probe. Let's look at the day of the murder. So this is open source information that is available to us. The arrival happened when Siya and Ketan visited the Lohagarh fort. They climbed the around 400 steps to the top. So they came to the Lohagarh fort, they climbed to the top, and after that what happened was, at the fort, Ketan was reportedly taking photos near a cliff or near an edge of the fort. So obviously you have expansive views from the Lohagarh fort, and at one of these viewpoints Ketan was actually standing and taking photos. Then let's see what happens next, because that's what the police. So remember that these are the sequence of events that have come to the fore through police investigation, through witness statements that have been recorded. So what happens next is the push. So Siya allegedly gave a pre-decided signal to Chetan. Now remember that Chetan was in fact following the couple on this trek from the start, and that's when Siya actually gave him a pre-decided signal, and then Chetan actually allegedly pushed Ketan from the edge into a 300 to 400 feet cliff. So Chetan came forward after that signal, and he pushed Ketan off this fort. Then what's the immediate aftermath? Siya reportedly raised an alarm. Her mother called Ketan's mother, saying that it was an accident. So what's the accused in fact saying? Their statements state that Ketan Agarwal allegedly slipped and fell on his own. So this is the immediate aftermath. What the police are investigating, they're looking at this angle that maybe he was pushed off. Siya then calls her mother then calls up Ketan's mother as well. Ketan was rescued from the gorge and declared dead at the hospital. So unfortunately, when he was rescued and his body was brought to the hospital, he was declared dead. So this is the sequence of events that happened, what all we know about this entire case as of now, which the police continue to investigate. Let me go across to Mr. A.K. Jain, who is the former DGP of Uttar Pradesh. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. We appreciate it. A very good morning to you, sir. Mr. Jain, I want to understand from your perspective, obviously the biggest question that remains is when will the charge sheet be actually filed in this case that we saw almost a month ago emerge?
I don't know what is the program, but a special team must be working on it. They must be looking at it from all angles. Vetting will be done by the prosecution department because it's an important case. The father of the boy, Ketan, had met CM Maharashtra also, and he had demanded certain things to which he had agreed. I think the demand for a fast-track court is a very genuine one. It's a very, very sensational case, and so many people in the country are worried because of this type of trend. So naturally they want that justice should be there. Ketan should get justice. She had all the right to tell him that she is not interested in marrying him, but killing an innocent boy who was in love with her, it is very, very unfortunate in my opinion. A young life has been lost. His father, I think, they are well-off people, and he is bent upon in ensuring that the accused should get maximum possible punishment, and I agree with it. They shouldn't be allowed to go scot-free in a case like this. And so naturally, all the digital prints, they are being examined, to whom they were talking, to what all planning was going on. That will form the base of the case, and on that only charge sheet will be framed. I think it should be done this month only. In July they will file the charge sheet, and case should be sent to fast track court. There is no two opinion about it, because within a year, if the judgment is pronounced, it will have an impact on such people, on such murderers.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mr. Jain, for your valuable perspective on this issue. In fact, with that, viewers,